if I imprison her, I think she kills me. I don't know. I want to put her to work. See that. Someone failed in her goals. She harmed no one. Do not require her life. If she kept far away from your sister's court, she will no longer be a threat. You're going to forgive her? I'm indenturing her, not pardoning her. She will serve as a heavy labourer in the northern Ursel. She should be made an example of. She should be drawn and quartered in a public square. I have spoken. God bless you, miss. Alright. Wait, can I actually check the mood? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. This whole time. Hold on. How many hours have I had this game? Take me back to my library. I've got 26 hours on this game, and I did not know that you could click on this page. My god. Okay, so this whole time, I could have been making my life that much easier by checking my mood. What's the tooltips do then? What did that just change? Oh, it just keeps them lit up. Actually, that's way better. Like, I've had it on this that whole time, and I don't mind like looking at them because it like changes them and stuff. This is a little bit better. 26 hours. This is how you learn, is just fuck around and find out stuff. Yeah, so we want her to be cheerful, so we need to remove depressed. We also need to probably bring down willful, but what were we trying to teach her? We were trying to make her able to perceive shit around her. So probably yielding. She needs to be yielding and cheerful. Okay, what's yielding? And that's not cheerful. She's already kind of up there with cheerful, so it's not going to be the worst thing. Let's do that. And court sessions is not fun at all, but pleases your father and may be important to your future. I wonder if it just resets that shit each game, and that's why I don't know. Because like, I feel like I've done that once in the past. Okay, so she's a little bit depressed. Of course that made her depressed. It did make her a little more willful, so I can make her more cheerful and hopefully willful next time. So she can't do those two, but not nearly as bad on that. She still got overwhelming on this. She could do it more with the falcons. I'd love to know how to just be like, what's what I need with this? Like, what do I have to do the opposite of? You know, like obviously when you've got something like super negative, it's kind of easy to like look at this and be like, okay, which one's like really, really far in which direction kind of thing. Trying to get her mystical shit up. But I think that requires her to be lonely. Because when that went up, because that would have gone up with pressured. Yeah. Okay. So, what do I want with this? Maybe the animals, just because it's the only one that's high. Like, I really need her to have, like, court manners and shit like that. But I also need her to have divination and law and stuff. But I think it'd be better if I push on for this at the moment. While she's depressed, it would be good to get the animals out of the way. Wait, that's right. We were close on intrigue. Can we do anything more with that? It's like very, very slightly buffed. I could do like foreign intelligence and increase the falcons, and falcons would be high enough. We'll do that. We'll do foreign intelligence and falcons. That should be enough for both the falcon and the because the falcon like teach you about birds basically, and then that helps us with the owl, and the foreign intelligence is just going to get that up a little bit higher for the moment. And then we could try to make her what, lonely, cheerful, and pressured. I don't fucking know. You spend time with your chosen bird, speaking to her and letting her get to know you. You've done a heavy leather glove and encourage your bird to hop on your fist. Okay, Falcon's now 50 and it can't increase it until it's 25 or higher. That's fine. Since the recent revolution, Tumblers have twice begun gathering troops on Novan border. Both times their camps were struck by fierce storms and earthquakes, and they decided to give up on the idea. Alright. As you're walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound, look up to see an owl flying overhead, and single dry leaf in its flutters talons. Fucking hell. Well, we got the falcon sing in time, so good. An owl flying in the open broad daylight, that's unusual. Wonder if something attacked it. You return to the castle and your father is waiting for you. I think the falcon one's kind of like useless unless I have divination. So I could like not bother with falconing stuff. There are reports that Thon has been sighted living in the old forest. What's a Thon? A beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak and spikes on its back. Eek. Several disciplines in the southern Colorus have already been thought to be work with this creature. What do we do? Should we send hunters? The traditional policy on stray beasts is to hop on that, hope that they return to the forest and stay there. Hunters are no match for such creatures. You would only make it angry and waste more lives. So we just let it eat people? Everyone dies in the end. Yeah, she's depressed. Alright, so if I sneak out now, there's a chance she could die. That would be willful plus lonely. We need her to be lonely. But I think we need her to be yielding though. Lonely, yielding, and cheerful. So lonely could go up. Like, yielding has to go up for her skills before the ball. Lonely, cheerful. That would take lonely and cheerful up. I could do a walk in the gardens a few times. Well, yeah, actually I should save. I literally just accidentally clicked on that. Is this the... Are we still on the second one or did she die? I think this is still the second one. Yeah, overwrite that. It's been a little while. Let's do the gardens for a bit. Refresher helps you forget your burdens on your shoulders. Okay, she looks like she's sad now. So she's still depressed. We're working on getting cheerful up, but cheerful's got to go up and lonely's got to go down. So basically we need her to be yielding so that she can learn royalty skills. But we also, when she's willful, she can learn lumen and faith skills. So, okie dokie. Let's see. I can get your animals up higher, but I don't need that. Realistically, I should ignore animals from the get-go and put those skills into like something else. I should do that in the future, is just ignore animal handling. Like, horses are good for like army stuff. Expression decoration, I can't use any of that. This is like the worst. Like, everything's relatively neutral, but I can double buff up ciphering a little bit as like basically one of the few things I can do at the moment. I could also buff up military stuff, but it's not going to give me anything. So let's do intrigue, ciphering. Let's see how we go with this. We practice reading words whose letters have been arranged in reverse order. Simplest are the transpositions which anyone literate can puzzle through if they try. But sometimes useful to hide information. Like, I'd love to like path through this. Like, I'm assuming, like, I kind of wish that there was like an extra H in there. I'm like, it's not helping. Something like that. I'm sure that this gives me a goddamn clue. I just don't know what it is. You practice shifting substitution ciphers, where each letter is replaced by one a few steps further along the alphabet. So cake pie becomes that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, if I had gone back, what would that turn into? So it's just shifted them all forwards into nothingness. Okay, so that's what it was kind of like suggesting before. You know what I should have done is I probably should have taken a screenshot of that. We could have deciphered that. Would have been a little bit fun, but it's fine. Kind of forgot about it. You practice shifting substitution ciphers where each letter is replaced by 1. A few steps further along the alphabet so that cake and pie becomes that. You unlocked a new outfit. So, I should have the studious one. Remember, Festival of Good Lady is approaching. Big celebration of the commoners, followed by a grand gala of nobility. Grand ball, there will be dancing. Queen, you will be expected to lead the procession and take part in ceremonial planting, possibly give a speech. However, since you are not yet crowned, it is not required and may not be safe to expose you to the public. I mean, not safe. Outside of the castle, you're less well protected. If anyone means you harm, think on it now. Decide later. Will the Duke and Senna attend the gala? It is traditional known for an event. Inviting your fiancé might be seen as a statement. So, I think if I invite him, it also tells other people that I'm with him and stuff. If I'm going to marry him, it's a statement I ought to send. As you wish. There is a letter for you as well. And Barony. Well, sure. I accidentally click this every so often. It's Barony. I went to school with her, but she's a couple of years older than me. Her mother is the Duchess of Mead. Sorry, I had to yawn. She's complaining about her mother. Still won't let her come home from the holidays. Apparently her uncle Kevin is absolutely furious about the woman's trial. She's born looking for adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her. So even executing and stuff like that didn't solve that. I know it's the woman that I took in. I think the only way that appeases him and I don't get attacked by him is executing her. But I'm pretty sure I get attacked by that I know of. There's 3 different places that can attack me. One has magic, one has basically half a continent, and one's local that I know of. And there's probably more. But yeah, the magic ones, you have to be really fucking good at this game to win that. I've done it once, but barely. And then the ones across the land and the ones local, I don't usually win those. I just don't. So, what have we got here? We want you to be cheerful. And we're trying to get you to be lonely so you could learn some shit. And we want you to be yielding. Yielding, lonely, cheerful. So lonely and cheerful could get buffed. Yielding and lonely and cheerful. That's the one that I want. Basically, go play with your toys. I thought that they were negating each other. Getting held up in your room. It's favorite toys. Childish, but you feel a bit better. Okay, so now she's just angry. What'd she get? Casual. Oh, she got a cat suit. Huh. Okay. Well, that's a different one again. Okay, so now she's got it mostly under the line and she's a little bit angry. She's probably mostly angry out of the lot. She's got public speaking and court manners. I could buff up her court manners, but I really needed her composure and shit to go up, which was cheerful. But I don't think I can double buff cheerful. I can teach her weaponry and stuff. I could teach her military strategy stuff, which could be really good. I also have a buff on this right now, so that would probably be the best one to do. I want to do these, but I need her to have a little bit more cheerful for that. This, what's military getting buffed by? Okay, I just got to keep her pissed off. Cool. Okay, so military is pissed off. So that's really good to know. I want to do intrigue. And how close were those skills? That one's got to come up. Ciphering has to come up. And I would like to do foreign intelligence because I feel like she needs to know that for where she's going. You practice random substitution ciphers where the normal alphabet is replaced by 1 in jumbled order. This is harder to decode, but most people need a written substitution chart to read or write it, and that chart can be lost or stolen. You practice complex transposition ciphers where messages are written down in columns or liners and then reorganize the scrambled words. This means that both encoded and plain text written copy exists, which can be insecure. Pirates are once again operating out of AUKUS, although they currently sticking to the northern seas. No threat to Nova. However, if they turn to slave raids, the Borelans may be quite vulnerable. Agents who have visited Borealis report that known Lumen shamans seem to have no magical powers at all and perform their ritual displays with show and trickery. Interesting. Wait, so the Borealis ones are like bullshit. Okay, B for bullshit Borealis. Cool, got it. Today the procession is planting the festival. Good lady will be leading the parade. Is that about safety? Please stay here. No disappointment if we lose you. There's no recovery. So she's going to do the parade. She's not going to do the thing. She got willful impression and stuff. I'm afraid I'm going to be the best parade leader ever. Little girl. Prepare for your best gown for occasion. Oh, that's right. Walk slow through the town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a sturdy golden scepter that's taller than you. Yeah, that pisses off all the people in the town. I could have worked on that. At the end of the route, you help the priestess turn over the earth for new trees to be planted. New life is blessed. All attendants join in song. Progression regroups to return to the castle. So what I want is I need to buff up her cheerful about as high as I can get it so she can fucking learn some... Yeah, visit the dungeon. Get cheerful and angry. Take down to the castle dungeons and amuse yourself by poking the locked up peasants with sticks for fools. So now she should be cheerful and angry. These are kind of okay what they are. So now she can learn military. She can almost learn royal demeanor. She can learn conversation. Court manners wouldn't be bad. Presence would be best for like the ball thing that she has come up later. But for the moment, I wouldn't mind learning strategy and stuff like that for the military stuff. It would be good to benefit that, but I want to get internal affairs. I care too much for ciphering. She has some skills on that. Foreign intelligence and stuff. I would like to get this all the way up because that's going to help with certain things. Let me save that. So I would like to do, like, I could buff those out and I could buff that one on the end, but I don't really need to do ciphering right now. Foreign intelligence and internal affairs. There we go. It's going to help her with at least like figuring out when people are bullshitting her. Countess Lee just married the old Duke of Sudbury, who is more than twice her age, divorced him as soon as he'd born him an heir in order to be free and marry another. It was considered shockingly rude by the general nobility. The old Duke apparently had no objection. The Countess of is now married to disinherited third sibling of the Duke Marie, and the Duchess of Hillis. Currently both Duke and Duchess are unwed. If either dies without an heir, the title may still pass to Countess' husband. Rumor has it that mother, older sister, the last Duchess Elith, are assassinated 20 years ago by agents of Sinner. Isn't that who we're like shacked up with? Which is why she's still remaining heir. She was married off so young. She was the sole remaining heir. Rumor has it that the Princess Terex was humiliated by public dissolution and betrothal to an heiress after she declared him a coward. So that's probably why we get attacked by the by half a nation across the sea or whatever, or up north, wherever the fuck it is. Because as soon as we accept being with that guy, we accept his war. So that explains that. Ready for the grand ball? I am not. We did nothing for that. All nobles in the domain are here to see you. See the queen. It's dressing and descend the stairs to make a grand entrance. All around the rich and powerful pause activities to gaze upon you, the rule of them all. Seeing yourself reflect in so many eyes makes you want to run away and hide. After a moment, you force yourself to carry on, but you're sure they're all seen you hesitate. Your father awaits you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm. The first dance is for us. He guides you gently around the dance floor, never rushing you. It's a fun dance to father. You look in his eyes, it's so sad. I believe my turn is next. Bows gracefully and offers you his hand, then leans close to whisper a quick question. You know how to dance, not to shake your head. We do. Dip your head in acknowledgement. Dancing with a real partner. See, this is what I'm talking about, a real partner. Feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew him. You knew his steps like part of you. Now every move is a mystery. Dance test, partial success. How do you mean partial success? Isn't that like maxed out? Fuck's sake. You've been tutored in dance, of course, as has your partner. It is simple enough to move through the motions without mishap. Between the dances, there is time for guests to mingle, chat, and sample tiny bits of exquisite food. During a lull in the music, Banyan, the Duke of Marie, taps an elegant fingernail against a wine glass, letting the clear note ring out through the room. If I might have your attention, I believe we should offer our compliments to a lovely hostess. This is Banyan, Duke of Marie, Earl of Senetus. Her bravery and courage keep our borders defended. Everyone applauds politely. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe the nobles you rarely see. There's Gwendolyn, for instance, young lady of Sudbury, only months older than you, due to finally inherit control over Duchy soon. Brodel, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lilith, a fierce sportswoman, and sportswoman has a few years ahead of you in school, absolute terror of the battlefields. No barony. She said her parents were leaving her stuck at school this season. So basically, if I wanted to do the Lumen route, I would need to execute that first lady, by the way, because that would be the only way that barony would be allowed to come, and barony is important for it. However, you can also die if barony rocks up too, so, you know, choices. Her parents are here, dancing together, the Duke Consort clutching his Duchess possessively tight. Strange that there's no sign of your cousins, though. Should they be here? Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, remember being so close by. Since magic failed. It's nice to be able to enjoy time with friends and family, isn't it? The evening grows late. Your personal guest draws you aside for a private conversation. You have my most fulsome thanks to invitation to this event. However, you might wish to spend more time with the scribes before corresponding and writing it to other nobles. Some may not appreciate your unique sense of phrasing. Wonderful. I sound like an idiot. It is always the greatest of pleasures for me to be in your presence. I look forward to the day when we will no longer have to part. Okay, so try and make her yielding was to get those skills. It still wouldn't hurt to get them. There's like divination and all sorts of stuff that would help. Getting her cheerful would help. Cheerful, yielding, lonely. Pretty sure that's the one I've got to kind of do. A cheerful and angry would give me more military stuff. Affected by cruelty. Wait, I've never really seen that come up. I haven't noticed the first one come up because I'm usually reading this. She's affected by cruelty. Oh my god, she's becoming cruel. No wonder. I've had a cruel ending before where she basically is known for like her like ruthless beheadings and stuff like that. Yeah, I wondered how I got that. This is now explaining some things. I should stop going and poking the prisoners. Plus, I want those to work for me later. I should definitely stop poking the prisoners. So I could learn weapons, or I could do court manners and flattery. I could still do more intrigue and stuff. I would like military strategy soon though. But while this is still 190, I might do internal affairs and let's do maybe military strategy while I can. So internal affairs and start getting her ready for military shit. Yeah, strategy. I can't get the one up unless I do naval stuff. I wanted to get her talking and stuff up, but she's not getting high enough level for it. Several generations back, the rulers of Elith and Senna in neighbouring Tellus married. The citizens of Elith objected to foreign influence and resulting heir died in suspicious circumstances. after which the title was passed to a distant branch of the family rather than another child Center union. There were many dark rumors about the second husband of the Duchess Lilith, possibly because he was a commoner. It was whispered that once assaulted the young Duchess Elith before her untimely marriage and demise. You study your strengths and weaknesses of different weapons in the battle formations. Alright. Went downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in the domain. Moving with such enthusiasm, you don't realize your father isn't alone until it's too late to avoid him, his companion. Siren, Countess of Miranda, and Casillo. You're too kind, Jocelyn. Countess Siren, not a member of your circles. She's a bit more than a decade your senior, far too old to have ever been your friend, and yet not at all old, as a noblewoman goes. She has 2 minor titles, no husband, and your father's arms in her grasp. Composure's failed. How dare she make a move on your father? I tried that last time. I gave her scorn. Last time I flattered her once, and she I don't know, it was like, it just came off as straight up rude. I'm gonna try to trip her as she passes this time, because she's kind of going down a cruel route, so like, why not? Wait until the Countess gets closer, then hook your foot around her to make a stumble. Flexibility success. Ooh, she trips over you, falling gratifyingly to the floor. Ow. Are you both alright? I'm fine. She picks herself up but glares at you before forcing a smile onto her face. I think perhaps I should go and sit down. You can't be too careful. Once she's gone, you raise an eyebrow at your father. This is the path you have set us on. What do you mean? Your accent made everyone think about preparations for future. Cloris needs an heir. My brother, your uncle, Ahmad, is looking for a wife as well. One of us at least must produce more children. But Mum, or hold on. Whenever I accidentally bring this thing up, I might as well fucking save it. Nothing you can ever replace your mother. But we all have to do things that we don't want to do. You should be careful how you deal with people like Siren. You need goodwill in your nobles as well as your commoners. I haven't been in any problems so far. As queen, you must be aware of everything around you. Isn't that what I have agents for? Yes, but you must give them direction. What is your greatest concern? So, I did noble plots last time, and foreign threats, I think, is a naval attack. I think this is actually where I make the choice of how I have to actually choose what fight I take. So I think noble plots are local land fights. Common uprising is obviously the question about taxes and stuff, where there is something that happens where I have to take control of like trade and shit. Foreign threats is obviously the naval fleet fight, and assassins are where I start getting people try to kill me out of the blue. I'm gonna go assassins. I didn't realize how obvious that was until now. I can't deal with any problems that come up as long as I'm here to deal with them. The assassins I'm worried about. You are your own best defense against assassins. Increasing your skills will help protect you. Beyond that, you could train more soldiers into personal bodyguards to watch over you. Or you can institute harsh penalties for treason and make people too frightened to cross you. I wouldn't mind training more people. I've done more punishment. I've done more guards. Like, more training? Maybe. Yeah. Let's go with more training. There's so many things I need to learn, so little time. Be calm and determined. You succeed. I believe in you. Thanks, Dad. So, I think the thing is, she's already really, really highly skilled. I need her to take away angry. Oh, no, I meant like make her a little I need to make her cheerful. But this should work. It should, maybe. I was hoping cheerful might be high enough if I brought angry down. This is fine. They're unfortunately all balanced above that, and that's not where I want it to be. But essentially, I think with the assassins thing, she has all of this maxed out. So if she can learn military stats, she might be able to just train up enough people in here. If she gets counting, production, trade, stuff like that as well, if she gets economics, she could probably like improve the military, improve the farming, therefore have more wealth for military services and stuff like that. But I'm not fucking sure. Let's give you a save. Yeah. So I'm gonna go and swap over to PUBG since it's a little bit further past the time this time.